that I look, if you see the way that I look, you might think, what happened? I asked that guy, I asked, do you think there's something wrong with me? Do you see something wrong with me? Have you seen something wrong with me? I was asking the other guy, I asked him that question. Do you see anything wrong with me? Like, have you seen anything wrong with me? And you come out and you say, this is wrong. And you come out and you say, this is wrong. Or for him he's very smart. Or he's very intelligent, like the way he meant. He's very intelligent, the way he meant. I have to walk and go. Me, I'm different. My life. Who will ever talk about my life? Who will ever talk about me? In this life, you thought something is right. You thought that I have something right with me. Oh, like at least for you, you can think that I have something right with me. But that, the way he speaks, I want you to speak without speaking. Like communicate to me. But in the night, what am I gonna be doing in the night? That feels amazing, but that is the system. I'm looking for art. I'm looking for art at where to find money, at where to make money, at where to receive money, at where, how are we gonna survive? How, what can we ever make? What can we ever call to make our living? What can we call to make our living? What can we say this is our living? What have they taught us that we can make our living? Is there any question? Is there anything we can use to make a living? Because money is gonna have to leave. Money is gonna have to leave. Money has to leave. Do you think it's fun? Do you think what you are saying is fun? Does he think that what he says is fun to us? What is wrong with him? What is right with me? That is what I'm asking myself. I'll ask myself those questions. But then at the end, like you're gonna carry yourself. Maybe you broaden up. Maybe talk of more which is broad. Maybe talk more of which is broad. But tell us something. Give us a clue. Give us a clue. Give me a clue. Or give us. Or it's a collective thing. We do it together. Let's do it together. You give me a clue. If we are supposed to be doing it together, you give me a clue and I know this is what we are gonna be doing. Oh, I have to go. I have to go there like it's myself. I was here in the world. Like, can you come out and you say that we are sorry for you? We are gonna be feeling sorry for you. We are sorry that you are lonely. We are sorry that you get to be walking alone. We are sorry that you're gonna sit alone. At the end of the night, it's gonna be you and sorry. And you and sorry. But your life, your real life, if they had to ask you about your real life, the reality, you accept the reality. What is my reality that I can accept? Okay, I need to solve it. How can I accept my reality and solve it? How can I get into reality? But the other guy was asking me, what is reality? What do I even call reality? To begin with that, what is my reality? If I'm supposed to begin with my reality, what is gonna be my reality? This is what I'm doing here right now. It's reality because you don't know how long this journey had to take me to go. But you treated it as you wanted to do something. But you have to be careful. But you have to be vigilant. But you have to carry yourself. You have to believe. You have to lift up yourself. The other guy was saying, I need to lift myself. I need to vibrate higher. I need to to vibrate. That's how the other guy was really saying. My eyes. You have to go, how does this look? This is so different. Does it even look nice? Is the drip in you? The drip is in you. That drip is in you. Always remember that drip is in you. Now, where are you going? Oh, you are alone. We know about you, but we had to go and film it because for us, we know of the other way. How is it? Like, it makes sense. It really does make sense. When he's doing things, they make sense. They are great things. I wish I knew how to make great things. I wish I knew how to be great. I wish all those are my wishes. To be great, to be like new. I want to feel like I am new, like a new person, like I'm a born again. I've been wanting to feel like somebody who is born again. How do you have to feel when you are born again? That's how I want to feel, like somebody who is born again. Like you are new. I want to feel like I'm new now. Reveal yourself now. It's the night. Reveal. Let the world see. You want to become born again. You want to become new. You want your life to be new. Let your life become new. I'm raising you higher. I am raising you higher. Get up on your feet and say with me right now, I, like I need to become born again. Like every time I change my mindset, I'm born again. I need to change my mentality. I need to wake up. I need to... What do I need for real? It has to be more than this. It has to be more than this. I need somebody to talk to, and I've been looking forever. Do you remember how those guys, the other guy kicked me out? I'm saying this again. That guy, I was there. I could enter that place called Cube Cupaka. I had in that place. I remember that place. I stood there. I held my hands and I looked at the doorway. I could enter. He was not there. I waited for him to get there. I went there. I could enter. At the security of that place, there's that bouncer. I don't know if you call it a bouncer, but let me just use a security guy. He sits there out front, outside, and I waited for him to come. And when I was to him, I went to him straight and I was like, I removed my bag and it said, oh, this looks very dirty. The bag, he said, it looks very dirty. And I told him, it's a travel bag. And then he said, you yourself. What did he mean by saying me myself? He said, you yourself. You yourself. You yourself. You are not going to enter. Like me myself. He looked at my shoes. And he looked at me and said, yourself. You yourself, you are not gonna enter. You go somewhere else. That's what he said. He said it. You yourself, you're not gonna enter. How could he say me myself? How? Because he looked at my clothes, he looked at my bag, and he said, you yourself. He said, you yourself, you are not gonna enter. Am I allowed to be kind to such people? Am I allowed? So people who I felt bad. I didn't feel good. Every time I get to be bounced from a place, I don't feel good. Bounced is, this guy is not allowing you in. The first time he did that to me, the second time, and the third time he's been doing that to me, telling me you're not gonna enter. Maybe your hair, maybe your shoes. That's what they tell me. You are not gonna enter. Go somewhere else. going somewhere else. He said go somewhere else. I also went. I didn't go there. He said you were not gonna enter. I didn't even. I said okay. I just went and went. Went and went. I went and went. I know why I'm doing that. But my real life. If those people are very unkind to me, I'll look at them. I will let them be unkind to me. Let them be unkind to me. It makes them happy. It gives them life. So I just let them be. I also want my life to be. I remember this side. Yeah. So me, am I allowed to be? Am I allowed to be me? Am I allowed to also not allow somebody enter? Or it's only people who are allowed to tell me where I'm going to enter? It's only people who are allowed to tell me this is how you're gonna dress. It's only them. Me who, when will I be able? When will I be able? When will I be able? Me and my camera here. Oh, your character. Are you a character? For them, they are even lucky they can have characters. Now they are characters. Oh, so who are they? Because all I know about them is characters. They are characters. But who are they? Every perspective I know of them is in characters. Everything that I know about them is in characters. So who are they? What's the real answer if you are to answer that? It's the night. The night in my real life. In my life. Like this is my life. Do I have this life anymore? Do I still have it? Do I feel like somebody who is alive? Do I feel like somebody who is alive? Or do I feel like, who are you? How are you gonna add? How? Like me, am I allowed to face it? Am I allowed to be with it? Or I just ask myself like, all those questions. All those questions, why I have to be answering them? Why I have to be answering all them? Why do I have to be answering all those questions? How many questions are you gonna give me? How many questions are you gonna ask me to probe? How many answers can I reply? How many answers can I reply with to you? Oh, for them they know better. For them they can express themselves. For them they know like, oh, this guy, no. For them at least they know about it. And I need to know about it too. I need to know all of it. To know about it. And my head, like on my head, me, did it feel like, where are you gonna look for? In the world there's people, the people that are with you. Tata Derek. You know, like the other time I had a date with Tata Derek of 2K. The other time, I had a date of 2,000 Ugandan shillings. Tata Derek. I had to go there and pay Tata Derek 2K. Then Tata Derek asked me, you need another one. I told him, yes, of course. I consent. It was consent to break my consent. I should not break my consent. I can break my consent. I can break my consent every time because I'm allowed. Who's gonna think for me? Yet I need to be a free thinker. And Tata Derek gave me food. He said like, you could eat this food, and me I just ate. I just ate the food of Tata Derek. Rice and beans, and you know how I love beans. Every time you don't give me beans, I cannot even finish the food because I had not seen that. I need to be careful. I should not be like real. I'm engaged, but I need to see the road more. The camera has to be like an insect on the wall, while my eyes have to be seeing where I'm going, seeing where I am going. The camera will do its job, its part. I was telling you, every time you don't give me beans on the plate, you've not given me what to eat with. You're just giving me raw food. I am eat beans. Sometimes I don't love them, but when I don't find them there, the food is not gonna be nice. The beans, I love beans, for real. I love beans. Everybody who has been around me knows how. They don't know, okay, but I just love beans because that's my option that I eat. So rice and beans, and I ate the whole plate and I finished it. I finished the whole plate. Oh me, am I allowed to be happy? Am I allowed to be successful? Am I allowed to be rich? Am I allowed to have those good clothes so that when I go to those places they will not bounce me because of the clothes? The clothes, like the way Chris every time wants to correct me. Yes, there is clothes and there is clothes. I said it and Chris came and corrected me, clothes. It's all good. I was telling you, real life, open up yourself to me. This camera here, having it, is it a crime? Am I allowed to have a camera even? Am I allowed? Am I allowed to eat today? Am I allowed to have food on my table? How can I be like so that whenever I go there, I fit in? How can I be like, so whenever I go there, they won't bounce me. They will not say, no, you are not allowed in. You go somewhere else. Oh. And you walk all this country here. You've been walking all the country. Every day you walk this country. Have you ever gotten opportunities from this country where you are? Have you ever gotten any opportunities? What are the opportunities that you're getting from your country? What are your opportunities? This country has to be giving me opportunities. But can I say it's not? Am I allowed to say that the country is not giving me any opportunities? Am I allowed? Or I should just keep my mouth and I say, okay, I love my country. I should just come out and say, oh, you love your country. But what are the opportunities I'm getting from my country? My country should not give me opportunities, but I should remain loving it. It should not give me any opportunities so that I can be on the streets, so that I can be hungry, so that it is only a few, like those people who are inside there. And me, I'm on the street because like those people who are in there, for them are different from me, and me, I'm different from them. It all doesn't make sense. It all makes me angry with God. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. I used to say that a lot. The fear of God. Why the fear of God? Why the fear? Why are you supposed to be fearing God? Why not loving God? The love of God is the beginning of wisdom. Why the fear of God should be the beginning of the wisdom? The love of God is the beginning of wisdom. The love of God is the beginning of wisdom. The love. God, can you know that I love you? Do I look like somebody who can love God? Do I look like somebody who can love Allah? Somebody who can love Jesus Christ? Somebody who can love Muhammad? Somebody who can love Abraham? Somebody who can love Jacob? Somebody who can love the Israels. Somebody who can love Pharaoh. Somebody who can love Elijah. Somebody who can love Aaron. Somebody who can love God. Do I look like one? Do you think I deserve love? Do you think I deserve love? Do you think I deserve to have money? Do you think I deserve to have a family? Do you think I deserve to have a career? Do you think I deserve to eat today? Do you think I deserve to be alive? Do you think I deserve to have what to put in my belly? Do you think I deserve to... What do I deserve? What do I deserve? Do you think I deserve anything in my life? You're asking them because the questions are many. Let me share the question with them. Maybe the questions are in my head and I need to ask them too. You give me clues. Maybe you can tell me that you don't deserve to eat today. Or maybe you can say like you go far away where I will not be seeing you ever again. Maybe, what can you tell me? My life, this is my real life. It feels like it's crazy. It feels like it's crazy. It's such a burden. Are you a burden in life? Are you a burden to me? Am I a burden? Do I look like a burden? Somebody who's burdened. Like somebody who is burdened. Why am I burdened? Why the trouble? Why the trouble? Like, why? Tell me. Like, why? It has to be a why. Like, why? Like that why? Like that why? Why? Like the why? Like why is the question. So many words, but why? But why? At the end of the day, 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 why? Is the question. Is the question. At the end of the day, why? Is the question. Is the question. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, that's why. Look at this. You need to see where you're going. You need to see where you're going. Use your eyes and see. I can use the eyes to see. I use the teeth. You could say words like you were there. And it happened. It was hard. It is hard to live life. For me, it's very hard. Life is hard. Life is hard. You wake up and you have food on your table. Life is hard. You have a roof over you. Life is hard. You have feet. Life is hard. You have hands. Life is hard. You have a head. Life is hard. You have a tongue. Say something to happen this night. What can I say that can happen in reality? What can I say that can happen in reality, in real life? In real life, come on. I can have a say. I can have a say of what happens in real life. Can I have a say? I wish I can have a say on what can happen in my life. I wish I can change. Everybody is focused on something. I wish. Wishes. But it's time for action. Maybe you can go into action. and you start being active. But information, whenever you get information, share with me. Information how to get money, how to make money, how to receive money. Yes, it's make, get, and whatever term that is associated to me getting that money. Oh, you're gonna you go for the money. It is the money out here in the real world. It's all I see. Yes, there's people, but there is money which is moving. They hide that money, those people. But it's money that is moving. And somehow we need money. Somehow. Not somehow, it's a must. To even have respect, to even change your life, to even love the money. It's not a sin, it's not something that they hide from you so that you can be controlled. How can you get it when the people are supposed to give it, hide it? How are we gonna do? How are we gonna survive? How can we survive? How can we change our life? How can we change our life? How can we really do it? How can we do it? I've called myself all the names. I call myself all these things and all that. But the love of God is the beginning of wisdom. It's not the fear of the Lord. It's not the fear of the Lord. It's the love of the Lord, that the love of God, Lord God, whatever that feels like you are so strong. You're gonna live forever. You're gonna be here generations and generations. Till when? Generations and generations and generations. Till when? Till when? The real world for me is tough. The real world is tough to me. It's a laughing subject. It's a mockery subject. It's a chasing away, like you're being chased away. The real world is like that security guy who I go there and he chases me, tells me go somewhere else. To be chased away. Maybe I deserve to be chased away. When they chase me away, I will not have anywhere to go. You mean? You mean I will not have anywhere else to go when they chase me away? No, go away. We don't want you to go away. Sometimes I wish they can chase me away and I go, I don't know where. Like those guys at least. At least that guy can have the balls to tell me, no, you are not allowed inside here. Go somewhere else. Sometimes I wish they can chase me away, because when they chase me away, my fear is telling me that I will not have an option. Where will I be going? But the love of the God tells me there is faith, have faith. Maybe they can chase me and I go away. Sometimes I want to go away, like go. I've wanted to go for some time. How do you want me to go? How do you want me to leave this world and go? To leave this earth, to live and go, like to live and go. Sometimes it's, how am I gonna live? Maybe they chase me away so that I go. Maybe I'm supposed to be chased. Maybe I'm supposed to be thrown out. Maybe I'm supposed to be dumped so that I can go away. So that I can go. So that I can go. You go. So that I can leave this world and go. So that I can leave this world and go. So that I can really leave this world and go. That the love of God is the beginning of wisdom. It's not the fear of God. The love of God is the beginning of wisdom. God is so hidden. God is something that is not even known. You try to look for God and you cannot even see where you can find God. Everywhere you thought you can find God, it's all a lie. It's all, you don't feel it. You're being chased away. I went to the places I think they are for God, and I was just away. They told me, no, 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 you cannot be here. Go away. Yes, I love to be chased away and go. I love to be dumped. I love to be. You go away, we don't need you here. Go somewhere else. And you don't have anywhere to go in the fear. In the fear, you don't have anywhere to go. There are so many people in this world. But in your fear, you don't see anyone where you can go. You want to take your burden to some other person, yet you have to carry your own burden. You're gonna carry your burden. You be chased away and you go. You go. You go out there and survive. Maybe. Maybe get to be dumped. Maybe now it's time to use your brain to get action to your brain with your brain. Show that you can. No, do. It's not showing. It's do. Deeds are what count. Deeds are what count. Deeds. Maybe you can do. Maybe you can get up and do. Maybe you can be chased away. And you go. And you leave this world. If you don't have anywhere to go, if you don't see anywhere to go, let them chase you and you go and leave this world. I love you. Take good care after yourself. Take good care after yourself.